Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back with part two. Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back with part two of story time. Damn! And this story time goes back to when I was an employee at Regal. This was my first job. But before we get into the video, I want to thank you guys for getting me to 400 subscribers on the second channel at Noseyclips. And if you guys could drop a like, comment, and subscribe. But this goes back to 2015 when I first applied to Regal. This was before I even finished high school. I had applied to work at Regal. They called me within 1 week of my application, called me in for an interview, came in, I got hired. At this point, we already skipped forward a few months. I'm already a well-established employee at Regal. All the managers really fuck with me. I used to work in the concession stand as an usher. I used to do everything. So we got this brand new fryer in the concession stand. But twice a week, this fryer had to be deep cleaned and had to have an oil change 2 times a week. Every Friday and every Monday. Every Friday and every Monday. So there would be one employee that cleaned it on Friday and then another employee cleaned it on the Monday. So on this particular week, I was cleaning it on a Monday. So Friday, one of the other employees cleaned it. They didn't really clean it. And not only did they not really clean it, but they left the bucket full of dirty oil. So this way I would have to make 2 trips to the dirty grease trap. So I had one of 2 choices because those oil buckets were really heavy. Each oil bucket inside the fryer had 3 gallons of oil in it. So there was 3 gallons on one side, 3 gallons on the other side. And then there was a bucket, a blue bucket, for all the dirty oil that was filled with 6 gallons of dirty oil. So because the Friday cleaner didn't clean it good enough, and not only did he not clean it good enough, like I said, but he left the bucket full of dirty oil. And when we were given this time to clean the oil, it was early opening time, before opening time. Like 8 a.m. we were scheduled to clean the fryer before opening time. We have 1 hour to clean the fryer. So you have 1 hour to deep clean the fryer, put new oil, and dump out the old oil all the way in the back of the building. If you guys know me, I'm scrawny as fuck. I can't carry that much heavy shit. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, like I need to find a way to dump all the oil out at once instead of making 2 trips. Because if I make 2 trips, not only do I not want to do that, but I'm going to be wasting time. So I needed to conserve myself some time. So after I'm done cleaning the fryer, I get the push cart. I put the bucket full of dirty oil on the push cart, and then I pull the carts out of the inside of the fryer, put them open top onto the push cart, and I'm just like, all right, if I'm extra fucking careful, nothing bad's gonna happen, right? Wrong. So I pull the push cart out of the concession stand. I'm pushing it up the hall. So I'm like, I think I could take a shortcut because this cart's kind of heavy. So I'm like, all right, let me go through Theater 4. Keep in mind, Theater 4 is the biggest auditorium that we have. This one sells the most amount of tickets. It makes the most money. So I'm pushing it down the hall in the Theater 4 towards the emergency exits. So as you get towards the emergency exits, there's a slope that goes down. It's very slight. It's not an exaggerated slope. It's just a slight slump. I'm pushing, and then all of a sudden I just feel the bucket and the carts just slowly start sliding off the end of the cart. At this point, I realize I'm fucked. There's nothing I can do. My heart stops and I'm thinking, fuck, I'm done. I'm fired. There's no coming back from this. And then all you hear is all the metal clash onto the floor, the bucket, the metal cart, everything just comes crashing onto the floor. It sounds like a fucking tsunami of oil just hits the carpet. So now that we know that the floor is made out of carpet, dirty oil seeped into the carpet, at this point I think I'm done. I'm thinking there's no way I'm going to be able to clean this mess and finish the fryer before we open. So the first thing I do is I'm thinking I need to go to the concession stand, get as many paper towels as possible. I didn't think there was enough paper towels in the whole entire building just to clean up this mess. So I'm thinking I'm done for. It smells like dirty oil in the theater. Like, this is the biggest theater that we have. So I'm walking to the concession stand, and as I'm walking to the concession stand, I see one of the other openers walking to the break room to put his stuff down before he clocks in. And I'm like, yo, I need your help, bro. I just spilled the fucking fryer oil in Theater 4. An entire week's worth of dirty fryer oil all over the theater. I need to clean this up fast before we open. So he's like, oh, shit, man. All right, let me put my stuff down. I'll clock in, and we're going to clean that shit up. So he clocks in, and as he's clocking in, I see my manager. Thankfully, it was the chillest manager that we had, so I wasn't too worried about getting in too much trouble. I was just worried about how we were going to solve this problem, how we were going to clean this mess. So my manager just tells me, yo, don't worry about it. You and so, you guys can just get that mess cleaned up as much as you can. Just focus on getting the fryer put back together before we open, because we're going to be selling a lot of money in hot foods as we usually do. So I do what I can with the other employee. We put as many paper towels down. We get the mess somewhat cleaned up, because there's going to be no cleaning that up. Paper towels on carpet, it's just not going to work. Basically, the manager had to call out Stanley Steamer. They had to do 2 treatments on the carpet that were each over $1,000. So I basically did over $2,000 worth of damage onto those carpets. But back to the story. I get back to the concession stand. I get the fryer put back together, close that shit, open it up, getting ready for opening time. After I get the fryer, after I'm done cleaning the fryer, I lock it up, turn it on. I get back to the theater. I rope off the part where I spilled all the oil. But that's pretty much all I could do. I roped it off, but the whole theater smelled like dirty fryer oil. Later that day, Stanley Steamer comes up. They put the first treatment on the carpet. And I guess later on in the week, they had to come out sometime to do the second treatment. At this point, I was building my case to try to become a manager at Regal. So I couldn't let this slip through the cracks and my GM find out about this, because if she find out about this, she's going to think I'm irresponsible. Luckily, the manager on duty saved my ass. He didn't say shit to the GM. I later on ended up becoming a manager, and this entire time my GM never found out about the fryer oil spill. She didn't find out until months after I became a manager. All the other managers knew about it but the GM, so they all saved my ass. They didn't say shit to the GM. I became a manager, and then that puts an end to this story. If you guys haven't already, drop a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about these story times. Do you guys like them? Should I bring them back again? Because I got a lot more stories that I could tell. I just don't want to say them all at once. So I'll just drop one every few weeks. Again, thank you guys for watching. Until next time.